Hey, what's up guys? Your average wargamer is back with another video of World of Warships. And in this video, I am going to be featuring Vampire 2, which is a Commonwealth Tier 10 premium destroyer that is available for research points. Now, Vampire 2, in my opinion, is very strong destroyer. Absolutely worthy of a ship to play, and I will explain the weaknesses and strengths in this video, along with the very nice gameplay that I have. It was a short gameplay, but I will feature the guns because the guns of Vampire 2 is probably insane. Like, these are the guns that actually can do a lot of damage to poor destroyers with AP if they show broadside. And not only with that, it also have HE shells with a very insanely good reload time of almost 2 seconds with insane 8% fire chance. Now, Vampire 2, in my opinion, is, or not, that's not my opinion, but if I just clearly show you the fact, Vampire 2 has probably the best fire starter capability in terms of its firepower, and it also has this short, or you can say reduced arming threshold AP, which basically means that if you shoot AP on broadside destroyer, you can actually do a lot of penetration damage. And since the AP alpha damage is 2100 as opposed to 1700, your AP damage will eventually kill the destroyer very quickly. So with these things combined with the fact that Vampire 2 does have a crawling smoke generator, a speed boost, which is unlike anything for a British style speed based Vampire 2. And what I meant by that is that it has the daring levels of acceleration. It accelerates quickly but deaccelerates slowly, but with the help of speed boost, it basically becomes pretty much a car, or you can say a Ferrari. It accelerates very quickly, and here you can see that the AP penetration that I'm doing on the Unicum is absolutely devastating. Look at the damage that I pumped out. Pop the smoke, pop the hydro, got disengaged while using the smoke, and killed the Unicum. Even though I lost half of the HP because of this Napoli that is basically rushing like crazy, I sent the torpedoes to him, and it will do like 2 torpedoes worth of damage. And torpedoes, by the way, having a lot of damage of 19,500 that basically also killed Napoli's half of his HP. Now the start was pretty wonky. I traded off their DD, which is Unicum, and that is pretty nice. The Napoli, I have done some good damage on him, and I'm kinda stable right now with only 10,000 HP left. But still, as you can see, I have these crawling smoke generator or crawling smokes, which basically means that if I just move in 1/4 of the speed, well, what that means is that I can stay in the smoke. If I move faster than one quarter of the speed or 1/4 of the speed, if I move faster than that, I will not be able to do much except to just get out of the smoke, and will get spotted if I'm shooting the guns. This is actually an advantage and disadvantage at the same time, since, I mean, if you just shoot the guns in the smoke, and a ship is spotted, right? You can just keep farming them in the smoke without getting spotted. If you want them to get, if you want to make them spotted and no one is spotting for you, you can actually move out of this crawling smoke, spot them, let them shoot at you, and then again disengage in the smoke. And because of their firing penalty of 20 seconds, they will be lit for some time and you can farm them again. And that's the reason why Vampire 2 has this very interesting smoke, which I really like. And also these torpedoes, even though lesser than daring, because this Vampire 2 is a direct contender to that ship, even though having a lot of damage, but only 5 of them. But still, you have decent reload time of only 85 seconds, which basically means that you can send torpedoes after just a couple of seconds, like after a minute, and can deal pretty decent damage. And I'm shooting the AP here and spotting, just like I said, at the same time, trying to basically get out of the smoke and spot this thunder because no one is actually trying to spot this guy. And I'm only shooting AP because the AP alpha damage with this insane DPM that Vampire 2 has can be pretty much definitely good against this battleship. I can just do a lot of damage like this. And even though Thunder turns out and he disengages, there's nothing that I can do. I don't want to farm them like in a way that they are disengaging or kiting, because pushing them means that I will just not be able to control these caps, because Vampire 2 is pretty good at it. And there's a Yamato that is basically trying to push up, and then I realized that I can use the cover sort of cover like this and try to farm this Yamato, which I can do that pretty comfortably. And even though I don't have smokes, and they load after probably how much time? After 105 seconds after the dispersion that it has, the smoke dispersion obviously. Once the smoke runs out, you have to wait 105 seconds. Even though it's a long time compared to daring, these smokes are probably having a long time for disperse. So you can able to get a lot of value from it. And now I'm starting to farming this Yamato with these, even though the Thunder is not shooting, the Yamato is not shooting. So I just realized that I can just showcase you some of the DPM of HE shells. So here I set a fire on Yamato, and I think I should have even used the APs because I'm not getting a lot of penetration. But again, Yamato can still going to get burned down to death. And Thunder, as you can see, have shoot me around 14 kilometer. And look at this acceleration that Vampire 2 has. This acceleration will make Vampire 2 very interesting. And you can actually speed juke shells by just simply accelerating your ship like that. And that's the reason why I really love Vampire 2. Your smoke, your hydro is also like 5 kilometer. And your concealment is also 5.8 kilometer, which basically means that you can actually crawl in your smoke, get to the target, and you can actually go and pop the hydro and basically kill this guy within your smoke, right? You are in the smoke, undetected, while on the other hand, if it does not have any hydro or radar, then he will probably going to get completely screwed with this absurd DPM that you can throw on that ship. And well, I just barely able to miss or at least dodge these torpedoes from, I think, probably the Sommers. And here you can see the Venezia is pushing, and I can use the smoke again and try to farm this Venezia, but then I think I just didn't smoke up for now and try to see where I can actually get a lot of value. Now there is a Burgon that is pushing, and I actually able to get a lot of value from this crawling smoke generator. Now I'm sure that the Venezia is actually pushing me, but hopefully the Slava with me, which is my division mate, will not gonna let him do that. And I'm using AP because, well, Burgon is basically having a fire on its superstructure, and it's actually using the fire prevention. So I thought that let's just shoot the AP to get a lot of penetration damage, and you can pump out a lot of damage if you aim well, which I'm not at the moment. I mean, even on that Yamato, I was not aiming that ship particularly well, and hence the reason why I didn't able to getting a lot much more damage. And here, this Alvaro de Bazan, well, he just got spotted for just a couple of seconds, but then I just come back into the smoke, and then there is a Venezia that is trying to push in. But since I have a hydro running, and Venezia, even though if he tries to use the smoke, will not get a lot of value, I'm just started to shoot the AP on a superstructure to get some penetration, and you can see that you can pump a lot of damage, even though I'm getting a lot of I mean, I should have used the HE as well right now, but I really love these Vampire 2's AP, to be honest, and it works just fine. So I just did some damage and already got up to 92,000 damage, even though I have done a lot of mistakes. Like, the thing about the Vampire 2 is that compared to Daring, it does not have access to heal, which kinda, makes it suffer, because not having access to heals means that the HP that you have will going to stay like that through the end of the game. And if you lose like a lot of HP, well, you cannot heal back, certainly, which kinda sucks. And here, I just eaten a torpedo without even realizing that the torpedo is coming. Another big mistake that I did while playing Vampire 2. And well, there's a guy who would be trying to basically shoot me in the smoke, and that is gonna be Alvaro de Bazan. Now, I have very low HP, and even though I'm trying to farm this Yamagiri here, Alvaro de Bazan is actually pretty smart enough to realize this situation, that I'm shooting in the smoke and he will eventually kill me here. I didn't realize that he would do that, that was really a smart of a move by him. But as you can see here, that was super accident. Like, this Alvaro de Bazan exactly done the right thing, shooting me in the smoke, and since I don't have a lot of HP, I basically lost my ship. So in just short amount of time, I almost did 120k damage. And let me show you the team score, and I will basically talk about this Vampire 2 as a conclusion. So the game ends, and finally it was a victory. As you can see, as a premium destroyer, it does earn decent credits, and I did almost 120k damage with a lot of target hits. As you can see, there are a lot of non-penetration since I was using HE a bit more on a broadside like Yamato, which I mean, it's definitely optional. You can use HE as well as AP, but AP has obviously reduced arming threshold. It will have a lot much more damage, penetration damage, and having a lot more alpha means that you can actually deal a lot of damage on broadside targets. 4 torpedo hits, 19,500 torpedo alpha damage means that they hit really hard, especially on that Napoli and Burgon that I basically get a lot of damage from. 3 kills, 1 captured, which is nice, and try to do as best as I can, even though it's not one of my best games in a destroyer, but you can still see the power of Vampire 2. It is really, really good. And in the team scores, as you can see, almost on the top, my Petro, which is my division mate, played really well. And this basically shows that Vampire 2, even though a lot of mistakes I have made in this game, can still be a playmaker, and it's definitely worthy of buying in terms of getting research bureau points. It's definitely one of the best destroyer you can buy for, a tier 10 destroyer, and absolutely worth it, and highly recommended if you are looking to buy this ship. So thank you guys for watching. I hope you like this video, and if you do, please like, comment, and subscribe, and I will catch you into the next one. Peace out.